Ooh, what up chaps, I'm MagicalMike, and this is Fallout 3, as you can see right here. I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do, and that is just play a bit of a game and record it. This is my game. This is my character in my game. There's some death claws over there, there's another one. This is Vault 92. I have this quest to go into Vault 92 to recover an old violin. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it honestly. The soil stratovirus is what I call it. Because I've never had to say that out loud. So there you go. I've never been into a vault. In fact, this is the first Fallout game that I've even played. And apparently the vaults are pretty interesting. And the only one I've experienced so far is 101, which is, I don't know, somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. There it is. Vault 101, which is all pristine and nice and... Well, let's go into Vault 92 and experience something that isn't pristine and nice and is gonna be, hopefully, interesting. So, let's do that. Okay, so... I don't know how stealthy I'm gonna be. I don't know... Oh, there's the vault door! I've never seen this stuff before. So weirdly interesting. Anyway, stats, if you're interested, are something like this. There you go, my special. I know, fantastic, right? Weapons, a whole bunch of stuff, and yes, I have a mod that allows me to add extended clips, scopes, and laser sights to certain weapons. And I'm using the Winterized power armor from the... I don't know what it was called. You know, the Chinese attack thing. Oh. I didn't expect this vault to be open. Now that is strange. And there's a whole bunch of stuff for me to take. I guess I will. I'll cut a lot of stuff out because nobody wants to watch me loot every single section of this, but hey, there's people about. These terminals aren't working. There's a pre-war book. Let's grab that. Those are useful. And let's head on inside. Is that just a bloatfly? Yeah, it is. There are also mines. Again, not what I expected. That's really, really sneaky, and I don't like that they put mines right next to the doors like that. In fact, I should be looking up here for them too. Did I just miss both shots there? God, I'm the best. I once got told by a friend that Fallout 3 was a shooter, and I looked at him and I looked at the VAT system and I went, what the hell are you talking about? Because it's clearly a role-playing game with statistics and chance to hit and all that kind of stuff, like dice rolls and skill checks and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yes, it is kind of a shooter, but it also just isn't. You know what I mean? So, this place is completely wrecked. Which is honestly very surprising. That was pretty sneaky. I'm not even going to loot these guys, they're just bloatflies, they're not going to give me anything useful. However, these are always nice. I don't even know why I pick up the cigarettes, honestly. I mean, sure they're worth money and everything, but the amount of time and effort that it takes to take them all, not ideal. I just got a little bit lost. Amazing. I'll try not to look at the Pip-Boy too often, but it's difficult to orient myself and keep track of where I'm at and everything. There's a lot going on in here. Seems like just more bloat flies though. I'm surprised this place isn't way more dangerous. I'm also surprised that other bloatfly didn't hear that gunshot. But hey, I guess they're pretty stupid. It's a little bit dark in here. Not too bad. This place is ruined. I don't know. I didn't expect this place to... Another reactor room? It can't be the same one, can it? Oh, I guess it is. I didn't expect this place to be trashed. I expected something at least a little bit nicer. What's this? Living quarters? Let's go to the reactor. Alright, so we just come into the reactor room. It sounds flooded, honestly, with all the dripping noises. Can't be sure though until I see. Oh, would you look at that, it's flooded. I mean, that's probably good for the state of it, but it's probably not good for me, so let's take some Rad-X and get in there. Is that a Malleus? Yep. Yeah, it is. Let's just blow his face off. Man, I love VATS, and I love my crit build so far. That's an interesting door. There's some interesting graphical glitches going on in the back there. I spy another Malleus? Question mark? How did Malleus get in here? Oh well, the door was open. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a king. Right. And missed. For some reason with this scope, this is a hunting rifle by the way with a scope, the shots seem to fall down quite a fair bit. So yeah, not a big deal. Malleus Kings, I thought they were pretty scary to begin with, but not really. Hey, ammo. And grenades, which are kind of useless. Yeah, not really finding a whole lot of story right now, other than a whole bunch of wildlife got in and caused problems, maybe? Also don't know how the reactor flooded. What is that? What is that? Let's lob a grenade at it. It's a Malleus hunter. Let's see if we can snipe his face off. I'm so glad I got to show that off. Yeah, I picked up the Mysterious Stranger perk and it's absolutely worth it. It's so cool when he actually triggers. Yeah, he just shows up at the end of a VATS round if you don't kill the thing you were aiming at, and sometimes finishes it off for you. So hey, engineering logs, we get to find out some story. So just skimming through here, you can read this if you want to, but the important part is that the violinist is in Women's Dorm 7 in the first log. So the first bit of nonsense from Vault-Tec here in this third log is that they routed the air conditioning ducts with the waste disposal dumping system, which is carrying awful smells into all sorts of places and corroding all the ducts, which is probably also what caused the water to be here, which we might find out in these later notes. I mean, yeah, straight away. Ongoing stress fractures, water's going to start coming in, an adjoining lake. That's probably where the Malleus came from. So, that's not great. And the last note, I love this about Fallout, like, they just include a whole bunch of stuff that's completely irrelevant and silly, but it makes the world feel more alive. This huge emergency was immediately addressed, a squeaky office chair. by the engineering team, we ran up to Professor Malleus's office and deployed the fluidic lubrication injector in an effort to stop impending doom from destroying us all. We oiled his damn chair is really the kind of crap that's worth submitting to a trouble ticket. Oh, Fallout, never change. It's just a regular Mirelurk. They don't explode. I did not explode, but he did. Because I have the bloody mess perk, which I actually really dislike. I'm all for the extra damage that you get from it. The extra 5% damage, but when you cause all this mess to happen, it becomes increasingly more and more difficult to loot things. So, let's just have a quick look at the map here. I guess I walked past the place where the Mirelurks and things were coming from. So let's go take a look at that real quick, now that I've disposed of all the enemies. So yes, I did just apparently walk right past it. It's just a leak into a lake. A lake leak. Yeah, whatever. They bust into a lake by accident because the walls were thin, and that flooded this whole place. The reactor caused a bunch of Mirelurks to show up, which is never the sort of thing you really want when you're hanging around in a tin can, essentially. And it's radioactive water, and the reactor would have been radioactive too, so a whole bunch of problems all sprung from that. But what else is going on? What is the Vault-Tec story here? That sounds large. Whatever that is, it sounds rather big. And it's above me? Below me? There's a few of them. Just gonna say this right now, if this were Alien Isolation, I'd be dead as shit right now. This sounds like a whole bunch of aliens. And that vent would have probably got me wrecked. A security terminal? Let's have a look at this. I'm really, really, really bad at hacking. Definitely got that on my first try. Definitely didn't take about 8. So, what does this get me? I can use the intercom. I don't know why I would want to. Let's randomly press a button. Okay, this is a messaging system for other people, which seems to be broken. Noise flush? Probably wasn't a great idea. Well, that generated white noise, and I heard something explode and die. Just gonna give that a quick save. Alright, that was a Mirelurk hunter that it killed. But how? How does that make any sense? Going into the locker rooms here, there's also another dead Mirelurk here that I assume the noise flush killed? Don't really know what's going on here. Is this a child skeleton? That's pretty morbid. I'm gonna leave that alone. The only other door in the women's dorm here is this that leads into a safe that's unfortunately empty, which is sad for me, because I quite like looting. So heading back out of the women's dorms, I've noticed that a lot of the sounds have indeed stopped. There's a Mirelurk there. I wonder how safe I am now. Just wander around in some of these doors and just take a look at stuff. Yeah, another dead Mirelurk. I didn't consider how much quieter it had gotten when I did the noise flush, but yeah. That's pretty worrying. If it killed all the Mirelurks, what the hell? Why didn't it affect me? Found the men's dorm room. It's another hack. Ugh, why? Properly? Well, let's try something entirely different. Brutally is probably not going to do it, because LY. No. Stealthy. Hey, third time's the charm. I do know how these work, by the way, I'm just not very good at them. Mostly just impatient. All of this is still broken? Makes sense. I don't really want a noise flush again. Nah, what possibly bad could happen here? Apparently nothing. So exploring the men's room, giving me a sheet music book, which might come in handy. I'm fairly sure it will, since it had a high value. There's an assault rifle. I guess this guy died trying to defend himself. Who knows? There's also a whole bunch of toy cars around. Don't think they mean anything, but hey. Ah. Huh. There's a tripwire here that's already gone off in this tiny room, which is the storage room. I guess this was the guy that absconded with the old, okay. Absconded with the old, supplies that were in the women's lockers. And apparently died defending against the Malleus and all of this stuff. It's a cool little bit of storytelling there, environmental storytelling. Ooh, he has the key code to data storage, and he's just going to do a bit of a dance there, don't mind that. And a note. John Adigilo. Adiglio? I don't know how to say that. Let's have a look at his note. Let's have a read. I'm cut off and I don't know if anyone sane is left, so I've locked myself in this closet on B level. If anyone finds this note, let my family know that I didn't go crazy like the rest of this place. Let them know that I died with dignity, when and where I decided. There's no way I'm gonna let the crazies tear me apart. I can't die like that. To my wife and kids, I love all of you. It gets deeper. It sounds to me like the inhabitants of this vault went a bit doolally. Heading out into the atrium, there's something moving around here. What is that? That's a spooky, scary skeleton is what that is. And more blowflies. So I guess this is like the common room? There's the overseer's office, I want to get in there. And there's a whole bunch of like dead people. Presumably they all died defending against the bloatflies. Sound testing. I don't want to go into sound testing right now. This is not too spooky, but still not great. It's fairly grim. Look at all these charred corpses. Weird, very weird stuff. It looks like they were all defending against each other as well. Like the way these tables are all set up. And that door's been blown off there. Looks like they were all defending against whatever was coming from there. Which is what? Sound testing? That's an average locked door. Well, this place is defended. There's mines. Another note. So, if the tables down there were set up facing this door, and this guy was set up here with a mine, were there two factions in here? Maybe this feedback loop's note will tell me. So it sounds like these guys figured out how to scare the crazy people and get out. It sounds like these people who were living in the vault already went crazy and somebody else tried to get in. It's all very, very strange. I want to go to the Overseer's terminal. Maybe that'll tell me more. But wait, there's the lab. Oh, that's the sound testing. Never mind, getting lost. So presumably this is the Overseer's room? Well, it's upstairs. Looks like there were more children in this vault. Not great. Ooh, an armory. Let's get in there. Interesting. Not what I expected to see in here. A supply shop terminal. Let's have a look in here. There we go. Now what's in the supply shop terminal? From your last mail, it seems we have a deal. I'll give you everything on your list in exchange for the weapon we discussed. Things are getting worse in this vault, with almost half of the residents going crazy. I just want to be prepared. Don't worry, I'll lock the gun in my safe. So there's a gun here, that's nice. This one's very interesting though. That's very disconcerting. How did they get strawberry pudding? And why is it so cheap? And why is it so limited? That sounds to me like blackmail. And this is also particularly strange. They wouldn't let vault residents listen to their own music on headphones. So let's just loot this room and carry on having a look. You know, I nearly forgot the safe. I could unlock it from the terminal, but XP, you know. That's a lot of stuff. A magnum, plenty of stuff, and a laser pistol, which is entirely useless, but cheap. Cheap in terms of weight. Anyhow, let's carry on looking. Ah, the Overseer's office. Well, the first sight I get is this guy getting crushed by a hydraulic hatch with 3,300 pounds of pressure. That's unfortunate for you, my friend. That is. It seems again like whoever was defending here, probably the Overseer actually, was set up to defend against crazy people coming towards them. I have a distinct feeling that the Overseer is dead, but we'll find out sooner or later, won't we? In here we find Professor Malleus's audio log. That was the guy that we found dead earlier, right? Well, one of them. He was a professor here. Let's have a listen to that. To the notes.
I'm a bit encouraged by the latest batch of data. Seems that 33% of the subjects are now lapsing into a trance-like state on occasion. When in this state, we're fairly certain that suggestion and programming of the subject can be applied. We've begun testing this by implanting subtle cues in affected subjects, making them scratch their ear or constantly fix their hair. So far, I'm happy to report a 100% success rate on this implementation method.
That is curious and also incredibly creepy. Ugh. The idea of suggestion has always been like really weird. If you've ever watched anything that Darren Brown ever does, oh man, it's fascinating, but really spooky in I guess a non-traditional sense. So, white noise and suggestion. That's the order of the day here. Let's have a look in the Overseer's office. Surprisingly nobody here. Although, not really surprising. Hey, another audio log. Let's have a listen to that.
Disaster today. One of our test subjects, B920717, has murdered 3 other residents in a fit of unbridled rage, the likes of which I've never seen. It took almost 23 shots before the security team took him down. This subject has no history of violence or mental instability whatsoever. My concern is that this subject is one of our most successful implant recipients, able to execute complex instructions during a trance state.
Holy crap, 23 shots. And he... there, Wait, a secure stash? What? Hey, there's duck and cover. Those are nice. Interesting. Very interesting. It seems to me... I guess I just heard electrical equipment there. It seems to me like, hey, there's a key. They were... Yes, thanks Fallout, I found a key. How incredibly amazing of me. Right. It seems like they were breeding super soldiers with suggestion, which is not great. A pulse rifle! That is great though. Anyway, let's have a look in the Overseer's terminal. Broadcast equipment for the white noise has been rerouted from the sound booths and tied directly into the entire Vault's loudspeaker system. We're able to execute Vault-Tec confidential plan white noise mind suggestion combat experiment. I was right. For God's sake, I was right. Oh, well, that's probably not great. That's probably why everybody went insane, because of various suggestions to kill everybody, or just nonsense. White noise military something, I've forgotten what it's called already, is a failure, so there's been a few deaths. Just nonchalantly mention, oh, there's been a few deaths. 1 step back, 2 steps forward. What? There's a command word in the suggestion implant. Simply say the phrase sanity is not statistical and they will stop dead in their tracks. The command phrase is no longer working against the crazies. Of course it isn't. Why would it work properly? Vault-Tec? How curious, but there's also a tunnel which is presumably under here, yep. Of course it is. I wonder where it goes though. I also haven't been into sound testing yet. This goes into sound testing. Let's prepare. So the Overseer's way into this place, into sound testing, is completely blocked off by this broken door. Either he escaped, or something went bad. Probably the latter, yeah. So heading back through Vault 92 now to go to sound testing, which is the only place that I haven't currently been, yes? Yes. So let's do that. Let's go into the actually experimental area, probably full of Malleus. Can hear them walking around. Hunters! Excellent! Thanks, mysterious stranger. You're a good guy. So strangely down here, this Malleus was already dead when I came in, and I don't know what killed it. So let's continue exploring this spooky area. Okay. Time to... That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted! Everything's under control. Exploring around a little bit more, I found Zoey Hammerstein's terminal. So let's have a look in there. So Zoey started out not being that great at the violin. Presumably this was partially to make them get better at it. Maybe the experiment was to see if they could get people to be more skillful. But I've noticed already that these journal entries are getting a little weird. So she's already feeling a little bit sick this time, and she's starting to not enjoy it. Then she starts spelling things awkwardly, and then, well, let's read this one. Not feeling very good. Can't concentrate. Went to Dr. Benson's office, but he said it's stress and take it easy for a while. I think all the time I'm spending in the sound studios making me tired. I can barely type and I'm shaking. Yeah. If help me, losing my mind can't stop them, get out. Help. Right. Standard fare then. Well, there's another audio log we can listen to.
The situation is getting out of hand. Over half the population of the vault is exhibiting savage tendencies. Can only assume our noise experimentation has awakened some dormant part of their psyche, brought their primitive nature to the surface. In essence, I feel that they are almost psychologically devolving. I was stupid for rushing these experiments. Now over 35 people are dead.
Oh dear. That's not ideal, is it? You know, I'm still looking for that stupid violin. That was strange. I have a feeling it's gonna be down in the lab or something. Anyway, let's carry on. Here's the Overseer's access to this place. So yeah, that got blocked off. Probably for his own safety. Now we're going down into the lab sections. Oh dear. More Malleus by the sounds of it. Well, he was not tough at all. You know, just so let's play this jukebox here. Makes me a little sad that I can't be playing the music right now. Because it really adds to the atmosphere in Fallout. Another Malleus King down. And another few things to find. That's handy. This audio log would be handy to listen to as well, so let's do that.
I can't believe what I've discovered. Just before he died, one of the security team members told me everything. The Overseer has been implanting these murderous intentions in the entire Vault population without my knowledge. Using the loudspeakers in the dorms instead of just the studios. He subjected everyone to the white noise as they slept. He then implanted combat suggestions he claims came from Vault-Tec itself. He must be completely insane. No observation, no controls. I'm going to have to confront him now, and make him pay for what he's done. Half the Vault is dead. The other half, fighting for its life. Good luck to all of us. And may God have mercy on our souls.
And that just about confirms absolutely everything. How weird is that, though? How weird. I apparently am way too heavy. Apparently Nikolai Tesla and you is weighing 2 pounds. Insanity. This requires a key. Another locked door, another room full of loot. So, judging by that locked door, it seems that I've missed something. A key somewhere. So, gonna have to go looking for that. Okay, so after wandering around the vault for 15 minutes, apparently I literally just ignored this computer in here because I picked up the audio log and was amazed by it. So I'm a genius! Our session together yesterday was wonderful. Well, we know who those two people were. Interesting. Anyway, this should unlock the door and get me my stupid violin that I wanted earlier. Well, that guy's dead. Yeah. In fact, a few people are dead in here. Which is unfortunate for them. Pretty sad. But there's my violin that I needed. Hey, I can bring that back to Agatha and complete the quest now. But to be honest, I think that's about it. Yeah, so I'll meet you back outside the vault. You know, I totally forgot. I totally missed that audio log right at the exit of the vault here. So let's have a listen to that too.
So far, the experiment is going exactly as planned. We're subjecting the residents to extremely low-frequency white noise and regular intervals through the loudspeaker system. Using the soundproof recording studios and the musicians was an inspired idea. Kudos to the Vault-Tec selection committee on their shrewdness.
What a haunting message to end this on. Yeah. Oh, it seems to be going so well. So there we go, Vault 92. An experiment that was originally intended to be made to make musicians better at what they do and help them understand their music more easily. But Vault-Tec got involved, of course, and the Overseer's orders were to create a whole bunch of super soldiers that ultimately all went mental and started killing each other, resulting in the death of presumably the entire Vault, and the loss of their engineers, which then caused the reactor to break down and Malleus to infest the whole place. Pretty nasty stuff and very interesting storytelling. I quite enjoyed that. So, there you go. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.